Hello, everybody, and welcome to Those Dudes Play Live. Tonight, we are continuing our look at the reviewer storylines with Trust and Time Twins. And you may have noticed, we are sadly sans Xandru tonight, though if he wants to potentially hop in, he's more than welcome. But we have a very special guest tonight. Y'all know her as the voice of Mistis. I've already forgotten the screen name you've given me, so go ahead.
Don't worry about it. It's a new screen name because I don't really have a solidified internet persona for my voice stuff yet. So, for conversational purposes, I suppose Natalie's as good as anything. That is, in fact, my first name. But I guess I'm running with the username is Rossignol, and I will be highlighting that probably throughout further Discord discussion and however else we manage to communicate over the course of the next couple of weeks while we celebrate your 10th anniversary.
Yeah! Alright. So, first things first, much like the last 2 weeks, let's take a look at the title card for the compilation video that I did. Natalie, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see that because I'm not screen sharing that, but see.
That's okay, I can imagine it.
There it is. Now, unlike the previous two, I didn't commission an artist for this one. I did it myself. Just because, not even so much that I didn't trust another artist to convey the vision I wanted, more I didn't trust myself to be able to explain it well enough. But yeah, you got Mistis, Medora, all this good stuff, and what is basically just a reference to, like, first series Yu-Gi-Oh! Good times. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this started.
All right.
So, and this is going to be a long one. So.
No, it's cool. We had a lot of stuff going on.
I told you to drop it. Man, I haven't seen this place in years. Rested in months.
Yeah, reference to the what could possibly go wrong that the last one ended on.
Well, for all intents and purposes, he is you. I can see that. Is he a clone from another dimension? That's what's confusing me. What do you mean? See, while the DNA of such duplicates
So
are
I'm only
similar,
very slightly
they're
familiar with your lore. Is he like a Dr. Insano?
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what he is. In fact, like his first appearance was in a review where I basically said, you know, every internet reviewer seems to have their own Dr. Insano ripoff, and then he just immediately shows up.
Perfect.
are ways of telling differences. Dimensional residue, personal timelines, that sort of thing.
Okay, something I gotta bring up about the dimensional residue thing. Hey, like, I came up with that as, like, an explanation for this stuff, and then I watched the David Tennant era of Doctor Who, and realized that they had that exact same idea, and I'm just like, what?
Something in the air.
And this guy...
Oh, and there's my shitty editing at work, where it's just sometimes
that sort of thing.
Mr. It will just disappear.
This guy... You and him share the same timeline. There is a place where it splits, but it comes back together. I still need to check the dimensional residue, though. Beg pardon? Well, I was focused on the anomaly.
Habeas corpus, my man.
Let's go talk to him. It's... Ah! Ow. reviewer. Except I'm reviewer. If you're me, then where have you been? It all started... How long has it been? Well, anyway...
I think the reason why that pause was so long was just I was trying to remember what my line was.
It just reads as drama, though, so that's fine. Good pregnant pause.
We were working on a review of Toons these days when some thing calling itself Murphy showed up out of nowhere and took us to another dimension. It was a lawless wasteland. I only recently found my way back home. You... Wait, you said Murphy took you while you were reviewing Toons these days? Yeah. After my attempts to destroy you and yours, including altering the timeline... About a month ago, you and Mr. Ick disappeared. I have absolutely no idea what happened to you. No. And you mocked me! I saved your asses!
Okay, so something to bring up on that. While, yes, I was kind of planning on that idea as early as that review, I wasn't exactly planning on how that would be in fruition. I just thought it'd be funny if... What if Risato accidentally did something right?
Excellent.
Where were you on that one, Mistis? Say no. Say no.
I had to watch idiocracy like this all day. All day. Every day.
So, yeah, that was before Natalie here took over as Mistis. And the irony it gets to me of, this is the arc where you did take over eventually. Taking over for Xandru here.
Oh! I did wonder who original Mistis was.
Yep, that was our buddy Xandru. And now here you are replacing him on the live stream, so...
I'm coming for you, Xandru. I'm living your life.
What's the verdict? Well, after much more research, I've discovered that time doesn't really flow in the dimension he was trapped in. Which would explain why he can't tell how long he was there. So, what I'm hearing is he's okay and we have a new member of the team? I guess so. Cool. But what to call you? What? Well, we can't have two reviewers around here. Well, yeah, but why do I have to get the new name? Do you plan on continuing with the show? Well, not really. Exactly. Ooh, you know what we can call you? Tyrone?
Better than Ratuer.
God damn it! I mean, that would be funny. But yeah, in case you can't tell, I'm a huge fan of Gravity Falls.
Oh, okay. I'm not as familiar with Gravity Falls as some other things, but,
You should watch it, it's great.
Ah.
Yeah, okay. What the hell are you doing? Standing guard. While we're doing a review? Hey, you know as well as I do that reviewers are more likely to get attacked while filming. Oh, come on.
Okay, so like the thing with that, hold on. Okay, so going back to that Gravity Falls thing, this is another Gravity Falls reference. So the Tyrone thing comes from an episode called Double Dipper, where Dipper clones himself using like this magic copy machine. And one of the clones that comes out gets into a paper jam. And thus they call him Paper Jam Dipper. So after I released the video for like the previous segment where we named this character Tyrone, someone in the comments section says like, I will pledge to your Patreon if you somehow manage to include Paper Jam Reviewer. And I'm just like, challenge accepted.
Hey.
Stop! False alarm! Is one of mine. Doc, what is that? Well, this whole multiple reviewers thing has got me inspired to do some cloning. Still need to work out the kinks on the copy machine. Come on, let's take you apart. Me, 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 me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I fear for this month. Oh, my head.
And he's voiced by Doodle Bob.
Oh, right. Tyrone, we need to talk. What's up? You've been doing a great job here, but... But what? See, the thing is... Me, 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 me. What? Well, what it means is... Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. You know I can do a better job if you open the door. Me, me, me. Look, I'm just trying to make sure that you're safe at all times. Yeah, but you gotta give him some breathing room. Me. Me, 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 me. Of course. See, I told you you'd understand.
And there you see the flip of the switch.
For you. We need to find a new world and leave everything else in the dust. Me, 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 me. I'm not losing you again. Me, me, me. All right, now we can. No.
Don't worry, I've got him in a stasis field. He's not going anywhere.
Thanks, Mistus.
Was that supposed to do something?
Oh, shit. So, Doc, what do you think? I think it's a good thing that you and It film episodes in advance. Nothing, huh? From what I can gather, this Pokeball was made out of materials that are unique to the dimension that Tyrone was trapped in. Studying it could take months, even years. As far as I can tell, the only person who knows how it works is Tyrone himself. And I doubt he feels like talking. Is there any way we can read his mind or something?
I tried. He has some kind of protection that prevents all kinds of scrying spells from being used on him. The only reason I knew anything was wrong was because I saw it get trapped.
Well, if you can't do it with your magic, then I guess it's up to science to...
You tried. That same rare tech is also in his skull to prevent the scientific method.
Jesus, what precautions didn't this guy take? We could torture him. While I respect the idea, don't encourage that! But because they share a timeline, anything physical we do to him will happen to Reviewer.
So whatever Tyrone feels, Reviewer feels. Damn. If only Reviewer could remember what Tyrone remembers.
Wait, that's not a bad idea. Beg pardon? Doc, you said that there was a split in our timeline, right? Yeah? Maybe if we can merge that split, maybe I can get Tyrone's memories of the other dimension. Well, I see no reason why not, but it's kind of a tricky affair. Well, get on it. It's the only plan we have. I still think torture is a good idea.
Oh, leader.
Come on. Come on.
Muppets
Damn
usually
it.
have the best ideas.
Hey, Doc, how's the device coming?
It's fine. Just leave me to my work. Damn it!
Need some help?
No, I don't. Especially not from you.
Okay, what's your deal?
I just need to get this done. Alone.
Alright then, I guess we'll have to do this the hard way. Open ears and open minds. Let these now intertwine. Let truth exit the mouths of those around. Questions asked, answers now.
All right, Xandra, you might not be in the voice chat, but you are still in the chat. Remind me, did I write that spell or did you? Because I honestly do not remember writing that. Give it a minute for the stream to catch up. There.
Why is it so important to you that you do this yourself?
Okay, I wrote the spell and Xandra added the reverb.
Have to prove I'm not a failure of a scientist.
What are you talking about? You're a great scientist. You make devices for things like time travel and dimension hopping.
Well, you know what we call that back home in the Insanoverse? Senior projects.
Yeah, that was the fun thing that I did, was something that's been canon to Riseno the entire time, has been, he comes from a universe where everybody is a Dr. Insano style mad scientist.
Excellent.
So naturally, when everyone's a mad scientist, scientific advancements go through the roof. Not for the best reasons, but
Yeah, like the Citadel of Risenos.
yeah. Like, you say that, and now I want to make that happen. That's a... God damn it. Something you will learn about me, don't give me ideas.
Aw.
Because if...
Ideas are good, though.
But that's the thing. Because if I think I can make it happen, I will make it happen.
If you can make an entire intergalactic society of mad scientists happen, that's some wild stuff.
When I first came to this dimension, I was hoping to show my mettle by taking over. Needless to say, that didn't work out very well. But then, Reviewer offered me a spot on the team. For the first time in my life, someone was impressed with what I could do. I was wanted. But then you came along, and suddenly magic was the solution to everything. You had all the answers. Hell, that truth spell you just cast is proof enough of that.
I'm realizing a plot hole that we have here.
Oh?
Like, why not just have Mistus cast the truth spell on Tyrone and ask him how to open the Pokeball?
Don't know.
I'm an idiot, as my chat can attest.
Prove them still worth having around.
She doesn't feel like it.
I haven't done all that much. Heck, you're the reason Reviewer's summoning spell worked.
Yeah, a magic solution. I can't even make a damn teleporter without magic.
Well, to be honest, that's even more impressive.
What?
The blending of science and magic isn't as simple as one may think. What they call technomagic is one of the more difficult studies in either field, and you melt the two so easily. You are a great scientist, even if you can't see it.
Thanks. I gotta get back to work. Damn it!
If you don't mind my asking, what are you having trouble with?
I can figure out how to isolate this timeline. Hell, that's the reason why I'm working in here instead of my lab. I just can't get the split to fuse together.
Fusion. I might just have an idea how to do that.
Really? What?
I thought you wanted to do this yourself.
Perhaps using science and magic together is the best way to get this done. So please.
Okay. But first, you have to say, "Oh, wise, beautiful Mistus, please forgive my rudeness towards you and help my dumbass."
I don't think I've ever had Mistus be that petty since then. I need to bring that back.
Bring it back.
I'm not saying that.
Oh, that's fine. Maybe I'll just take my idea to Reviewer and we can figure it out without you.
Wait!
Ooh.
Oh, wise and beautiful Mistus, please forgive my rudeness towards you and help my dumbass.
Now, was that so hard?
Like cold fusion.
Speaking of which,
Polymerization? How's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh card gonna help?
On its own, it's not. But once I cast a certain spell that turns representations into reality,
Holy shit, you might be onto something.
today is a good day.
Alright guys, what have you got? We believe we have come up with a solution. This is my Full Metal Alchemist watch. What are you doing fucking with this? Oh, I'm sorry. I just figured freeing Mr. It was more important. Okay, you're right. Now, all you have to do is open up the watch and the synchronization process will begin. Sounds simple enough.
However,
There it is.
because he's just as real as you are, once the synchronization starts, it'll be a battle of wills to see which one of you is in control of the new form.
Wait, are you saying that Tyrone is just as likely to be in control as I am? Well, not necessarily. Because your timeline should have overwritten his, you do stand a better chance.
Yeah, it's less 50-50 and more 60-40.
Okay.
Oh, this bit.
What's happening? It's time you and I became one.
And here is the beginning of my apparent fascination with using songs from Tangled the series.
I was wondering. You do seem to be a fan.
Like, to be fair, it has such good music.
It does, though. I'm really surprised by it. I need to, like, probably go back and watch all of it now, because you've introduced me to a lot of really good songs.
Like, the series in general is great.
I guess this is my final trial before I can save it. What, you think you're some kind of hero?
Believe me, I know I've sunk pretty low, but what I'm about to do is desert
Wrong. Quiet.
I'm the bad guy, that's fine. It's no fault of mine that
Wait,
you
I'm looking at
simply
chat
just
now.
don't
Huh?
I have a dark counterpart.
Yeah, you know, we'll get to it.
Oh, okay.
have. Now it's time to step up, or it's time to back down, and the answer
I will admit,
is
I'm not
easy to
proud of the
see.
visuals in this
And
sequence.
I'll stand up and fight, 'cause I know that I'm right. Are you ready to finally become me? You'll become part of me.
Do you really think you have what it takes to protect him? I don't know.
I wouldn't even know how to get this far in a video editing thing, so I think you're fine.
I will never stand down when my friends are depending on me. And I swear by my key, you will never go free. Are you ready to finally become me? You were not meant to be.
Are you quite sure he can do this?
Again, my terrible editing skills were somehow I forgot to edit Mistison. Like this happens way more often than it really should.
She's around.
And that right there is why I needed to cast a new Mistis. Because
She's not in frame?
well, no, you probably couldn't really hear it that well, but while Xandru did a fantastic job voicing the character, he very clearly couldn't sing in that voice.
I'm not sure I could hear it, but, like, it's fine.
Now it's time to redeem, or it's time to resolve, and the outcome will hardly come free. Now the lines in the sand and the moments
No,
ahead
it's in the
are
void.
ready to finally become me. You were not meant to be.
All right, so this was the introduction of the new jacket, which the reason why I wanted to change it was back in 2012 when I started this show, the original jacket was already old and falling apart. So I wanted to make sure I got a new one so that if I ever had reason to use the old one, I still had it.
No, that's important. I've seen some terrible things happen when content creators don't embrace the need to change in the face of continuity issues.
Did it work? Only one way to find out. You know, I'm not sure how I feel about you appropriating my stuff like this. This one was expensive. Oh, hush up.
So how's it looking?
Well, except for Crafty's mind control device, which is a headache for another day. Everything looks good. He did it.
Do you have a lot in chat?
Great.
Oh dear.
A bot thing. going on.
I don't know how to deal with that. Xandrew's my only mod. So if Xandrew, if you could do something, actually, hold on, maybe I can do something with it. There we go.
Adieu.
Thank you.
So how do I get it out? Ow! Ow! What's going on?
That's just Tyrone's memory coming to surface. It'll be a little painful at first, but it'll tell us what we need to know.
You've got to be kidding me. It? Have you tried letting yourself out? Damn thing's not a prison. It's more of a security bunker.
We love self-empowerment.
Let's just say it was a gift from Tyrone. Just promise me one thing. You'll protect him. You don't even have to ask for that.
Aw.
Oh, hey guys, what's up? Oh, Mistus wanted to see my time machine.
Yeah, temporal magic has always
There she is.
Oh!
never been able to cast any kind of time-based spell. I'm hoping that seeing the time machine will help.
What's with your voice?
Oh, right. You know how it is. Second puberty.
That joke. Like, the funny thing for me writing that was, like, after I sent you that script, I'm just like, oh, God, what did I do?
It's fine.
I'm just like, okay, if she actually has no problem with doing that joke, then we're good.
Oh, that stuff's fine. Like, you're not gonna find me auditioning for the really weird adult stuff on Casting Club or whatever, but this is fine.
Yeah, speaking of, I want to talk about how we ended up casting you as Mistus.
Oh,
So originally, Natalie here auditioned for a project that I did that I still want to do more of, called Mickey and Friends Sing.
I remember that. I do remember that.
And I remember one of the first things I noticed with your audition was, God damn, she's a good singer. And when I was planning to recast Mistus, I'm just thinking, like, you know, maybe. Like, worst thing that happens, she says no.
No, this has been great. I've really enjoyed picking this up. But I think I have maybe an odd confession to make about the Minnie and Mickey singing project audition.
Okay.
So I saw that, and it was like the middle of the night, and I was, I think, a little bit drunk. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna sing a whole new goddamn world as Minnie Mouse. Let's do it. Let's go. And that is how this all started.
That's amazing. To alcohol, the cause of and the solution to all of life's problems.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
It's been a good ride. And I'm just amazed again that it's been 3 years of mistising and various.
Oh yeah, again, I'm so glad that you agreed to doing this.
Oh.
People in your dimension go through puberty twice?
Ugh, I wish that was it.
Okay, so here's my confession about that bit. So I included that line just in case, like, God forbid I had to change the voice of Mistis again. Like,
Yeah.
and just like, I hate planning that kind of thing in advance just because it suggests that, like, I'm expecting you to not be the voice of Mistis at some point, but, like, as long as you're willing to do it, I would love to have you doing it.
No, this has been great. I'm happy to keep on. I just, as you noticed, I have some odd audio stuff that I'm still kind of learning. I don't know, would it be easier if I just went to my computer microphone? I noticed someone in chat is still having difficulties understanding what's going on with me.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'll mess around with this. Hold on.
It was just a fast favorite. She was drunk when she did it. I heard there was like a courage, but this is ridiculous.
All right, testing. Any better?
You sound like you're in a tin can.
This is the agony of my current space. I could always return to the other thing.
Try turning down the gain on your microphone a little bit, maybe.
Trying now. I've lowered it a little bit. I could lower it.
That's good. You still have the weird sound effect, but it's better than the popping. I'll say that.
Okay.
All right, that works. That's good.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay, well, you guys have fun with the more of Tyrone's memories. Yeah,
I have a spell that can help with the pain.
don't worry about it. Aspirin does the trick just fine.
Well, okay.
Wait a minute. Now cast a time spell. But didn't she? Maybe she was mistaken. You don't so easily forget the one time you were successful in your problem area. It's unlikely, sure, but not impossible. I don't know, and that's what worries me. What else could she have done to me? What else did she lie about? What if she and Vicar were just as evil as Drakal was? Yeah. By the way, is it a good idea to be talking so openly about this? Isn't Mistis always watching? And I said, I'm
Always.
sorry, I just got excited, but they fired me anyway. I mean, I deserve punishment, but...
Yeah, that bit was like a little clue into why he's called the rejected Muppet.
Oh.
Yeah, I went over this. It was either last week or the week before, but I'll tell the story again. I don't know exactly how canon I want this to be, but the idea that I had was that Leader actually joined the Muppets for all of like 15 seconds. He was so excited when he got the news directly from Kermit and Miss Piggy. He was so excited he grabbed Miss Piggy, kissed her, and then immediately got kicked out, both literally and figuratively.
Well, I mean, Miss Piggy wouldn't mind that terribly, maybe, depending on whatever. Might make Kermit jealous, but, you know.
I always thought it was like, you touch moi? Hi-ya!
Okay, no, that's fair. That is fair. He's not cute enough. He's not, Grodin, so.
But
Reviewer? You wanted to talk to me?
what did you do to me?
What are you talking about?
On the day we met, you said that you freed me from being a Lassie by reversing my timeline to before I was cursed. But not that long ago, you said you never successfully cast a time-based spell. So let me ask again. What did you do to me? Risano told me about your true spell. So either way, I'm getting an honest answer. I'd rather you just tell me.
You're right. I couldn't find any way to break the curse. And as you said, I couldn't have reversed your timeline. So I figured the best thing to do was to just free you from the crystal by giving you a new focus. Only when disfavor was destroyed would you be free of the curse.
New focus? But I didn't see any vision for it.
That's because I never gave you one.
What was the focus?
Why does it matter? You're not a Lassie anymore.
I want to know. I have the right to know.
Ha! Because I will throw in a Kingdom Hearts reference wherever I can.
Excellent.
Was to destroy the heir in the event of them turning evil.
What? You expected me to destroy it?
Of course not. I didn't even know who the heir was back then.
Then why didn't you tell me?
Well, at first it was because we had so much to worry about. Finding out who the heir was, dealing with disfavor, I just wanted you to have one less thing on your plate.
Then why not tell me after he was defeated?
Because we found out Mr. It was the heir, and honestly, I was afraid. Afraid you would react like this. Do you really think I would kill Mr. It?
Well, do you?
Well,
You really think I'm Mr. It?
okay, so, like, interesting thing with this bit, weird frame that I paused on, but,
Kind of confusing. It's fine.
but yeah, because I still wanted to keep some semblance of continuity, I still had Xandru record for Mistis in this sequence.
No, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Something that I kind of abandoned in one of our more recent videos with the, what was it, the You Who I Called Brother.
Oh, that thing. Yeah.
Like, I considered doing that, but I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna be asking Natalie to sing for this anyway, so might as well just keep it simple and just have her do the entire thing.
Now you two. Am I the only one Master Vicar could trust with his power?
I'm not gonna let you hurt him anymore.
He's a dictator. He's already used my master's magic to conquer this dimension. Who's to say where he'll stop?
You sound like those resistance rats.
Because they're right. And I believe that deep down, you know it too. And that's why you will be spared.
Yeah!
Doth magic confirm?
No!
Another memory?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that bit of writing. That answered both of Mistis's questions.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just that. She's been hiding it from us for 2 years. The entire time we've known her. Not without good reason. She just did it to protect herself.
And more Tangled.
Why did I lie that day? Now he thinks that I'll betray. Why did I go on concealing the fears that I was feeling? Now I may never say all the things I should have said. trust, just the dust of our time as friends. If I could take that moment back, if I could stand beside him still, I'd be upfront right from
It's always kind of strange hearing yourself.
Right? Like I do covers all the time, and I never get used to it.
It's so weird. Like, I can listen to myself however long it takes, getting through a recording process, getting through a cutting process, looking through takes. But then if it's in the final thing, it feels completely different.
Right?
Yeah.
For that chance I'd kill.
Maybe if I gave more time, let her come clean on her own, my thoughts somehow might change, but now I guess we'll never know.
If I could take that moment back,
If I could turn back time, I would. If we could make a brand new start, how I wish we could.
wish I could take it back, but now it's gone for good.
Wish I had that moment back.
The Tangled show really does have great songs.
It does. I think a lot of it helped that they actually got Alan Menken to work on the music.
Oh yeah, that would do it.
Okay, things are looking pretty good.
Hey, who's this guy?
Ooh.
We don't. It's not like he's like watching this stream right now or anything, and should be in the voice call. Xandru. Also, yeah, this was the point where I officially decided to, for the most part, start doing these quote-unquote animated segments for the storyline, just because it allows for so much more, just creativity and visuals and stuff.
Definitely, especially because a lot of this is fantasy inspired.
Yeah.
Good. So what are we setting up here? Oh, it's gonna be great. We're gonna use this dimensional space for things like collabs and such.
Yeah, that never happened.
Bring the whole families, Andrew.
What now? Why can't I come up with anything original? So, are you and Mistus still... It's not that I don't want to, it's just... Never mind.
Well, even if he hates me, that doesn't mean I should stop doing my job. Oh no. No, 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 no.
Mistus, what are you...
No time. We need to get out of here right now.
You really think I'm just gonna take your word for it?
Look, I get that you don't trust me, but
Okay, I'm gonna go.
we are in so much trouble.
Where are we?
You stand before the multiple...
There she is. There's the bitch.
Language.
Oh, hey!
Hello.
He made it! Like, you know I was just giving you shit. If you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here.
You
Well,
don't
I
have to
mean,
bring the
like,
whole family.
just for a quick visit. Hi, everybody, and hi, Medora, pretty evil lady.
Whoever. Hi, Xandru.
Hello. It is nice to finally. It's also finally nice to meet my the new voice of Mistus. It is an honor to meet you.
3 years new.
Well, Well, we never met in person, so sorry.
Yep. That is true. That is true.
So yeah, now we have the two Mystices together at last.
Dueling mystices. I don't know.
I feel like I wanted to do that joke at some point. I just could never fit it in. And like Mystices, Misty, Misty.
Ooh.
Mr. Duel.
Yes.
No, that's too much.
Alright.
Multiversal Magic Council. We govern the use of magic across the multiverse.
Could never get as low as I
maintain
wanted from
balance.
Medora,
We
but
have
it's
forgiven
okay.
our past
Yeah,
intentions
it
and
works.
our part in the destruction
Yeah.
of disfavor. However, as wielders of the Draco Triad, there is a certain level of responsibility you must uphold that you have simply ignored. And now you attempt to appropriate one of our dimensional spaces.
I'm starting to see why you said we need to go.
Obviously, you three are unfit to wield the Triad. As such,
Dimensional
either hand them over to
appropriation.
the council or face imprisonment.
Say what?
You have to be quiet before we get into even more trouble.
Relax. He's got this.
Please cease with the flowery talk. Ignorance is no excuse.
Okay, so fun fact, I actually looked that up. Take this with a grain of salt because I'm no legal expert, but from what I understand, in a court of law, you can actually get away with, like, ignorance of a law, supposing that you have absolutely no way of knowing that it was a law. Now, that is incredibly difficult in today's modern age, because, like, you have to prove that you have zero access to internet, a library, freaking newspaper, anything.
And it also depends on a certain element of common sense.
Yeah, that
It's one
too.
thing if you know, I don't
If you're
know,
crying out loud.
access one of the weird arcane laws,
Yeah.
tying a giraffe to a fence post, which you shouldn't do, but it might not strictly be against the law. But some
And I
places
mean, to be
specifically
fair, if
involve
like
it.
I mean, like if there was a Magic Council to be mentioned, Mistus should have been the one to probably like mention. Yeah, there's this Magic Council thing. Probably should give you a heads up just in case. But because of you know what? Never mind. I lost my train of thought.
Well, like, as we'll get into, Vicar was never really that associated with the council, so
That is
It's-
fair. That is fair.
it's understandable that Mistus probably never thought they'd be an issue.
Right.
What are you getting at?
So is this just what Cousin It gets up to when he's not attending Adam's family parties?
The council shall consider your request. Now be gone.
Be gone with you.
I'd buy.
Hello, the staff attorney at
You are
law.
so screwed.
Jeez, not again.
Hey.
Greetings, Sir It, Sir Reviewer. And I presume that Mistus will be joining us shortly?
Yes, yes, I'm here.
Ah, very good.
I'm gonna say, Roland is such a fun voice for me to do.
You get to play the wise mentor character. It's so much fun.
Like,
Also, I love. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I do love his design, the robe aesthetic, and also the Council pin there. That's really cool.
Yep.
Really kind of solidifies his mentorship kind of deal.
Yeah, I like it. Like, you can't really see it, but yeah, the robe goes all the way down.
Ah.
Well, this is the most polite
I mean,
intrusion we've
that's
had.
what a robe should do.
I don't know. Some robes like go like just above the feet.
As long
Fair.
as it's not an uncomfortable dad robe.
Those ones that like just barely cover the thighs.
Yep.
Why are those a thing?
My name is Sir Roland of the Multiversal Magic Council.
Sir Roland? Wait, weren't you a friend of Master Vicar?
Indeed I was. I suppose you say I'd give my body for the man.
Foreshadowing!
Maybe he does want one of those dad robes.
God damn it.
Anyway, I've been chosen as the council's liaison regarding you three.
Me.
For starters, regarding the dimensional space. You see, those spaces are provided to members of the council for personal use. By staggering coincidence, you managed to choose the same space that was set aside for Vicar. Seeing as how you, Sir It, are his heir, the space rightfully belongs to you. Thus, you may do with it as you see fit.
Master Vicar was part of the council?
Well, no. But the councilwoman always hoped to convince him. But I'm sure you'll all do well in his place.
Yeah, I guess.
Your request to learn of Vicar's magic has been approved as well.
Great.
Just one question for you. When do you intend to start your studies?
We'll start right away.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Huh?
We get teleported away a lot.
Gotta get learning.
What is this place?
The Draco Arena! Master Vicar used to bring me and Drakal here for magic duels.
Okay, on that line, I think I remember, like, the first take you sent of that was giving it more of an exposition-y.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, that's good, but, more excited. Like, you're somewhere you haven't been in ages.
It's like nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vicar
Also, I gotta
really-
say, love the design of the place. It looks really good.
Yeah, I'm not usually that great with backgrounds, but I like how this turned out.
I love the dragon. It looks really cool.
Like the dragon motif, didn't he?
When we were young, Drakal once convinced me Master Vicar was a dragon. To this day, I'm not entirely sure he wasn't.
I should think it's obvious. Who better to teach you what the council expects of you than us?
Hey, we're
Precisely.
man.
And for your first lesson, the nature of magic in your dimension and ours.
Seriously? This is like Magic 101.
Well,
Agree.
Sir It made it
Well-
clear to the council that at least he and Sir Reviewer know near nothing about magic. So we shall start from the beginning.
But why do I have to be here?
You're never too experienced to recover the basics.
Damn it.
Alright, today shall be combat training. You see, the council expects you to do your part in keeping the balance of magic in the multiverse. And in some instances, that requires engaging with those who disrupt the balance.
Wait, are you guys expecting us to be some sort of multiversal task force?
Well, if you're volunteering, I'm sure the councilwoman will not object. No, you just need to work to keep balance in your own dimension. Now, Sir It, Lady Mistress, the two of you shall team up and engage Sir Reviewer.
What? Why me? Shouldn't it be like me and Ed against Mistis, seeing as how she has more experience?
Quite the contrary. With Lady Mistress's experience and Sir It's raw magical power, you, Sir Reviewer, are the weakest link. So we shall strengthen you up with trial by fire. It, Mistress, I expect you to hold nothing back.
Don't worry. The arena mitigates damage, so we can't hurt him too badly.
Gee, thanks, Mistis. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you wanted to kick the crap out of me.
For your information, I was planning to act as support in this fight. But
Yeah,
if it
that
happens
was
like that. I might just have to go all out.
Yeah, like I can believe that.
All right, that's it. Darkness beam.
Of course you use dark magic.
I'm a dark magician girl. You've known that since we met. What did you expect?
Someone I can trust for starters!
Look, I know I betrayed your trust, but we have to be a team. That means we have to count on each other. Like it or not, Master Vicar chose me as your watcher.
Yeah, well maybe Ico should have chosen someone better.
Ooh.
Okay.
Anime voice acting there. Like the power.
Okay, so something I gotta bring up on this. When I first posted this segment, there were so many people in the comments who were like, "Oh, Mistus, no! Reviewer, you dick!" And I'm just like, yes! Yes! Because, like, there's nothing... I feel like there's nothing more satisfying as a content creator than your audience clearly feeling the emotions you want them to feel.
Definitely.
You emotional manipulating monster, how could you?
In the presence of evil.
Yeah, I know.
What if he's right? What if the master was wrong in his choice?
Alright, so fun fact about this sequence. When I was originally trying to write this, it was still gonna be, like, reviewer pissed at Mistus, but then, like, I wrote the previous scene, I'm just like, no, that doesn't work. Here, let's flip it around.
Mistus may be powerful with magic, but words still hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So, just us today, huh?
Yep.
Wonder why.
No idea.
Mistus,
Reviewer?
Sure. Ooh. And you never will again.
Drakal, how did you escape my prison?
Oh, come now, Mistus. While I admit you did a better job than I anticipated, it was never going to hold me for long.
This is surprisingly stressful on the R's.
Free him now, Drakal.
Oh, believe me, I intend to. Where we're at,
More Tangled!
and
Power of song.
break these earthly chains.
Drakal, stop!
Set the spirit free. Set the spirit
I love the falling fade transition. It's great.
Lesser cold, but oh so sweet.
He can't be.
Okay, so a few things to bring up with this. So I mentioned before that the "Ready as I'll Ever Be" song was when I decided that, like, we were gonna need a new Mistus.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, Xandru wasn't great singing in that voice. You're a fine singer normally, but not in that voice.
I totally agree. I tried what I could.
And even back then, I knew I wanted to do this song. This song is difficult in just your natural register, much less trying to do, like, 2 or 3 octaves higher.
Much less trying to adapt it to a soprano voice from a kind of tenor setting.
Yeah.
Yep.
You did fantastic on that, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you. I had to actually kind of plan some strategy sessions for it, because I was like, all right, I've got to be in 1 octave here, and I could take it to another octave, but we're going to be doing opera soon, and maybe I don't want that for this.
Yeah, the other fun fact about this is the only song that I had to pay for.
Oh.
Like every other time I've used music on the show, I've always been able to find an instrumental on YouTube. This one I could not find anywhere, but I was too attached to doing the idea. So I eventually found a website that sold instrumental tracks. Cost
Nice.
way more than it should.
Fun.
Like, it wasn't too expensive, it was $9, but $9 for a song is...
A lot for a backtrack.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I did buy like a instrumental of what's that song called from Muppet Treasure Island? Professional Pirate, and I forgot how much that was. I want to say it was like
Yeah.
maybe, I want to say $15 maybe.
Jesus.
Whoa.
I think I can't remember.
There's a website called karaokeversion.com, and they tend to run about $3 to $5 per. So I don't know. Maybe just not on there because sometimes their selection's fairly limited.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay, one more thing I gotta bring up. So, as you'll notice, the animation is a little bit better during the sequence. The reason why was, so, in preparation for this, I knew that just the game stills that I've been using for Mistis up to this point wasn't gonna be enough.
Right.
So I went online searching for just screenshots from Yu-Gi-Oh! With the Dark Magician Girl. And I came across this website that, for whatever reason, had almost frame by frame screenshots of every appearance she's had over the course of the entirety of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Nice.
And it's like, okay, so I downloaded them, I made the edits that I needed, and I realized, like, you know, I could. And again, this is why you don't give me ideas, because
That's really wild, though. Like, that's some serious dedication.
yeah, like that is the thing that I learned. Like, that's how animators do it. Like, you always say, like, how do animators, like, stand to look at the same drawing over and over again and do that? Like, yeah, it's passion and dedication.
Yes.
As we hope to face the hardest fight, pain delivers me. I don't need your sympathy, 'cause you can't take away my might. To avenge him, I will fight.
I like to think that if Reviewer actually did die in this scene, then, like, Mistis would go on the rest of the series just wearing a scarf.
Probably.
That'd be one heck of a what if series. Can I also just say, did Vicar use like some Vicar? Did your call use like a death spell or something like that?
Well, you know, it wasn't actually Drakal, but yes, that was the spell. It was death.
There's just like one huge continuity, but then I remember, oh wait, you don't watch Fairy Tail, so never mind. Anyway, continue.
Stronger, reach up higher, must dig deeper, find the fire, enlightened, can't be frightened anymore.
Yeah.
For the friends I look after, recall the teachings of my master. For to conquer my demons, I won't have to wait any longer. I've got to be stronger.
You'll see in time. You will
I love this bit.
survive. Too soon to run. Too late to hide.
It is really cool cutting.
Your destiny. Every pace, every stride.
So that was the first time you heard the voice of Vicar.
Sweet.
It's voiced by a good friend of mine, and his name is Nick. And fun fact, all of Vicar's dialogue throughout this entire arc, was recorded the same day.
Very nice.
Very cool.
I am stronger, reach up higher, dig deeper, find the fire.
You know, Mistis with your scarf actually looks pretty good.
Won't be frightened anymore. For the friends I look after, recall the teachings of my master. For to conquer my demons, I won't have to wait any longer.
I understood that reference.
Thank you.
Also, something I gotta bring up. So the Dragon Knight armor there, that was a last minute addition where like in my searches I ended up coming across that, and I'm just like, I need to use it. I don't care what I have to do, but I need to use it.
It's to show that she got stronger.
Even though, you know, I never used it again after that.
Yeah.
Although, fun fact, you guys can actually see it here on stream. Yeah, Mistus's new design actually takes inspiration from that.
Oh, nice.
I'm locking you up, Drakal. And this time, you won't be able to escape.
Well done, Lady Mistus!
What?
I love that delivery.
Dramatizing you shows that you're ready.
Yeah. By the way, Natalie, if you could like bring the gain up on your mic a little bit. Apparently, according to the chat, you're a little quiet.
Yep.
Do I have to turn mine down?
Maybe a smidge.
Yeah, I figured as much. Well, I'm on my phone, so.
You're fine. All right.
Actually, I think I'm gonna have to go. I gotta get back with family, so.
All right.
This is still
Thanks
going.
for coming over.
Hey, no problem. I'll probably be back or not, depending on the timing. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, bye guys.
Bye. Nice meeting you.
Roland? What happened to Drakal?
My dear, that was merely an illusion.
Sorry off there for a minute. Nice meeting you too.
Yeah.
But, reviewer, he...
Oh, yes, of course. From realm between, once again seen.
What just happened?
Reviewer!
Good
Are
question.
you alright? Is anything broken? Is your soul properly aligned? What's 5 plus 2?
Mistus, I'm fine.
Math! No!
7! The answer's 7!
I love that. So like obviously the whole thing was kind of like a reference to like in the beginning of Finding Nemo. I was like, answer the stripe question. And like for some reason that line occurred to me, just like, math now.
Excellent. It was a fun read.
Sorry, it's just... I thought you were dead.
So did I, quite frankly. What the hell was that about, Roland?
Forgive me, but this was all part of today's lesson.
What kind of lesson requires scaring us like that?
Something I've noticed about you, Lady Mistus. You seem to have a self-confidence issue. Uncertainty of your position as Vikar's apprentice. The purpose of this lesson was for you to prove what you're capable of. If Vikar could see how much you've grown, I'm sure he would be most proud.
Thanks.
Now then, Lady Mistus wasn't the only one who should have learned something today, Sir Reviewer.
Mistus, I'm sorry I've been such a jerk to you these past few months. When I found out you'd been lying about the Lassie thing, I was afraid that you only ever had your own interests in mind. That you didn't really care about us. I was afraid that you weren't my friend. But because of that fear, I stopped being your friend. We're beyond lucky to have you watching over us. Think you can forgive me?
Water under the bridge.
Aww.
Oh, you two are so adorable together.
What? No, you got the wrong idea.
Yeah, we're just friends. Nothing like that.
And this was when I wasn't sure whether or not there'd be a shipping arc for us.
You know, it's funny you bring that up.
Okay.
So, like, my intention with that was to just kind of play around with the idea.
Okay.
Like my thing with Reviewer and Mistus has always been, like, if they're not inherently interested in getting into a relationship with each other, but if the other ever brought it up, then how do I, like say if reviewer had asked Mistis out, she'd probably say yes, and vice versa. But they were were never really interested in, like, neither one was interested in initiating.
I see.
And
Does that mean future reading should have that more layered in?
I mean, if you want to, I'm not gonna say no.
I see. We'll see.
And actually, like, the other funny thing was a joke that I cut from this was freaking leader doing a reviewer shipping betting pool.
Oh.
Just like, okay, I got $50 on reviewer X Mistis. I got a 20 on Mistis X Risado, and far off in the not gonna happen category, I've got 200 on reviewer X It.
Mistis It.
So yeah, that was that joke, and also like Roland was gonna put money on reviewer X Mistis.
Oh.
Come on, reviewer, we don't need to explain ourselves.
Right.
Even now you haven't changed. Well, I have to get my kicks somehow.
Foreshadowing!
Alright, you three. The big day has come.
Me.
Oh, I suppose I haven't told you. You see, the agreement the council came to was that we'd give you the chance to learn. However, it was with the stipulation that you would meet the expectations of the councilwoman by the appointed time. Today.
And you're just telling us this now?
Well, I wanted you to focus on learning. If I had told you, you would have rushed your studies.
Relax, guys. We've learned a lot over these last few months. I'm sure the councilwoman will be impressed.
Indeed she will be.
We shall see about that.
Uh-oh.
Miss Council.
Ah, it's slightly lower.
Good afternoon.
I've seen enough. But you haven't seen anything. I can tell just by looking at you. You are still unfit to wield the triad.
What?
Miss Councilwoman, please reconsider. Perhaps with more time they'll...
Roland, we had an agreement. While I commend your work, they still cannot be trusted with the triad.
Medora, the triad was Vikar's. Is this what he would have wanted?
All right, Roland. If you want to play that card, then what do you say we settle this the way Vikar would have?
Very well.
All right, wielders of the Draco Triad. I'll give you one last chance to prove yourselves. I challenge you to a game of Spirit Summoner. Spirit Summoner? But that game is played one-on-one. Indeed. Naturally, only one of you will be my opponent. As for the others, one shall be held in confinement to ensure you play fair, and the remaining one will participate in another way. If you win, I will allow you to keep the triad and take as much time as you need to become worthy of it. But if I win, you will hand over the triad to the council. No more debate.
What do you guys think?
Do you guys even know what Spirit Summoner is?
No, but you clearly do. Do you think you can handle being her opponent?
I guess. No, I can do this. I know I can beat her.
Character development!
Yay!
I guess that means I'll be the other participant. All right, Miss Councilwoman, we accept.
Very well, then. I'll even be generous enough to allow you time to prepare. But I warn you now, do not try my patience.
Deal.
So, what are we doing here?
With your match against Medora, the councilwoman, we thought it'd be best to teach her the rules of Spirit Summoner. True, however, we are still uncertain of how Sir Reviewer shall be participating. For all we know, victory in this match could depend on him knowing the game inside and out.
Fair enough, but why do we need to learn?
Since we've been given time to prepare, I want to practice against as many different people as possible.
So, what is Spirit Summoner?
I'm glad you asked, young squire. It is a game of cunning.
I forget.
skill.
Do we see?
Huh?
Do we see the leader versus or the rejected Muppet versus Mista's practice match?
You know, we don't, but I mean, those dudes with Hat Chronicles is a thing now.
Okay.
In many a dimension, where the two combatants call forth powerful allies to.
It's a trading card game.
Here we go.
Well, yes, the spirits and their abilities are summoned via special cards, and I do suppose that those cards are traded around from time to time.
So, what you're saying is the Councilwoman has challenged us to interdimensional Yu-Gi-Oh?
Basically.
Enough! Now, if you'll direct your attention to this television, I've asked a more technologically minded friend of mine to create an instructional video for you.
Okay, so the whole reason why I did this bit was because Spirit Summoner is my own creation, and I didn't want to, like, expect the audience to, like, intuit what the rules and stuff were, so I just decided, you know what, let's do an instructional video.
Yeah.
So,
And everyone loves a good instructional video.
want to play Spirit Summoner, a fantastic game of cunning and skill played in many a... Telia, if you're going to edit this, don't undermine me.
Yeah, for technically first appearance of Telia.
Ah.
Anyway, here's the basics on how the game works. First, both combatants combine their power to open the summoning circle. Once open, both combatants, henceforth called summoners, are given a health stat, a defense stat, and a special ability unique to the summoner. For example, Mistress' ability allows her to gain an extra summoning token for each mage spirit on the field, up to a maximum of 2 extra tokens. What are summoning tokens? We'll get to that. Hold your horses. Both summoners start with 6 cards in their hand. Once the summoners have decided who goes first, play begins. First, the first summoner draws a card from their deck. This is called the draw phase, obviously. Then both summoners, yes both, each get 1 summoning token. This is called mana collection. Next is the summoning. This is where the spirits get involved. While spirits come in many varieties, there are 3 main types of spirits you need to worry about. First are the basic spirits, represented by this symbol in the top right corner of the card. These spirits do not cost anything to summon, but you can only summon 1 per turn. Next are advanced spirits, represented by this symbol. You'll see to the right of this symbol is a number. This is the number of summoning tokens you need to spend in order to summon the spirit. You can summon as many advanced spirits as you want, so long as you can afford it. Last, but most certainly not least, are master spirits. These are some of the most powerful spirits in the game. In addition to having quite frankly ludicrous token costs, they each have some sort of condition that must be met before you can summon it. Moving on to the next phase, equip. This is the only time you can play equipment cards to either change the stats of your spirits or give them neat abilities.
Yeah, I didn't have any artwork set for an equipment card ready, so...
Next phase is
That's fine. It still plays like a very legitimate game. I believe it was real.
on their first turn. During combat, select one of your spirits to attack one of your opponent's spirits. Then you roll a 20-sided die. Add the attacking spirit's attack stat to the result on the die. If the total is greater than or equal to the defending spirit's defense stat, the attack hits, the defending spirit is defeated and sent to the discard pile. If your opponent has no spirits, you can attack them directly. Same rules of attack and defense apply. If the attack hits, your opponent loses 1 health point. If you reduce your opponent's health to 0, you win! Each spirit gets 1 chance to attack per turn. Once combat ends, it becomes the next summoner's turn. One last thing to talk about is spell cards. These can be played at any time, even during your opponent's turn. In order to play a spell card, choose the spirit you have summoned to cast the spell. Each spirit has a magic stat. You can only cast a spell if their magic stat is equal to or greater than the level of the spell. And that is more or less everything you need to know about Spirit Summoner.
Yeah, there are a few like little extra details about the game, but I just wanted to focus on the stuff that I knew was going to be necessary to understand the flow of the game.
your description, though.
Alright, Count.
Because I never want to take myself too seriously, I always have to throw in stuff like that.
Dora, we're ready.
Very good. Before we begin, please sign this.
Like, you can't really see it, but I actually did, like, write up a contract for this. And like, I already pre-signed Mystis's name on it because spoilers.
Sorry, sometimes he doesn't realize when to stop. What is it?
This contract is magically binding. It will guarantee that we each hold up our ends of our agreement.
Hold it! They are not signing anything until I've had a chance to. Okay, it's legit.
Jeez, you really don't trust us at all, do you?
No.
Fine. What the?
Your real name, please.
Ugh, alright.
What about me?
You've already signed.
I did?
Medora doxed you.
Now then, I believe you've selected Mr. It as the collateral? If you wouldn't mind stepping in here.
Alright, so how am I gonna be involved in this?
Like so.
Oh god, not again!
Reviewer!
Relax. He's fine. He shall participate in this game as a spirit.
Mistis?
He's fine. He's blasted the spirit realm. It's cool.
Oh, you bet I will. And together we're going to win.
I'm glad to see your confidence issue was resolved nicer than mine. Oh, nothing. Take your position.
Mistis, before you begin.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Summon circle open. Age before beauty.
I see you've adopted Vikar's sense of humor.
Something I remember being really funny when I sent you the script, like, okay, this is a dumb question seeing as how I've effectively had you play a character from Yu-Gi-Oh, but how familiar are you with Yu-Gi-Oh?
I remember this.
Yeah.
And the answer is just enough. Like, I'm familiar with the concept of Yu-Gi-Oh, and that's about it.
Yeah, I remember you sent me the video of, like, Uno played as a Yu-Gi-Oh game. And
yes,
like basically that. Like, you know what? That's all you need to know.
Fools, you activated my spirit card.
Fine by me. I summon Fruit Fairy and end my turn.
That's it? Alright. I summon Rabbit Magician's Assistant, and I'll use his special ability.
Yes. That allows you to move one trick spell card from your deck to your hand, yes?
That's right, and I pick Entrance Trick.
That card allows you to summon an extra basic Magician Spirit, am I right?
Yes. And I'm going to have Magician's Assistant attack your Fruit Fairy.
Thanks, Master. To answer your question, yeah, I think I was the equivalent of a normal monster. I didn't have an effect.
Yes.
My turn, then.
Wait! How come you got 2 summoning tokens?
Oh, my Summoner ability allows me to gain an extra token for each Mage Spirit on the field.
But that's my ability.
The monologisodes were a fun time.
But there's bound to be overlaps sometimes. Now then, I summon Kiki the Fairy, and I'm going to equip her with Wings of Evasion, thus increasing her defense. And that will end my turn.
That's it?
Yes.
Okay. Oh! I spend 3 summoning tokens to summon Review Reviewer. Are you alright?
Limbo is weird. But at least the spirits in your deck are nice.
You talk to them?
Oh yeah. And they're confident that we can win this.
That's something I do want to go a little bit more into, is like, what is it like being in the deck with the other spirits?
I'm glad they're supportive.
Yeah.
Alright. Next, I'm going to use Rabbit Magician's Assistance ability to claim Ringleader's Entrance Trick. Now I'll have
Red Rabbit Magician.
Yes.
Now I'll have Reviewer attack your Keykeeper Fairy.
Now Red Rabbit Magician will attack you directly.
And finally, Rabbit Magician's Assistant.
He's trying.
I end my turn.
He has a saw.
Yeah, but he's dropping it.
I summon Record Keeper Fairy, and I equip her with her own Wings of Evasion. And you know what? I think I'll go ahead and attack your Red Rabbit Magician.
But he's trying.
And that's the end of my turn. What are you going to do now? Without another Magician's Spirit, you won't be able to summon your ace.
How do you know so much about my strategy?
Let's just say I used to run a Magician deck when I was your age.
Well, joke's on you because I have a backup plan.
Go on then. Trust me, I can't wait to see it.
I equip Reviewer with Magician's Wardrobe.
There it is.
Oh god.
All right, I can feel the magic. I can also feel a slight breeze.
There it is. Yeah, that's the beginnings of the joke that would eventually become Reviewette.
Excellent.
What the? What the hell, Mistus?
Sorry, Reviewer. 90% of the spirits in this game are female. So most cards like this are designed with that in mind. This was so worth it.
Oh yeah, laugh it up, Medora. Gonna be real hilarious when I smash your teeth in.
At least there's not a cleavage bit.
You shut up! Mistus, get me out of this thing!
Wait a minute. First, I need you to cast the spell Ringleader's Entrance Trick.
Why did you need to put me in this first?
Because that spell can only be cast by a spirit with Magician in its name, which that outfit gives you, in addition to turning you into a mage spirit and increasing your magic by 1.
And Rabbit Magician's Assistant wouldn't suffice?
Nope. Even if his magic was high enough to, I have to sacrifice him for the spell, so he can't cast it.
Fine, but this better be good.
Oh, it will be. With the effects of this spell and paying 6 summoning tokens, I summon from my deck White Rabbit Magician!
Ooh, powerful.
Yep! Now, to calm your nerves, I'm going to replace Magician's Wardrobe and equip Plot Armor. And White Rabbit Magician's going
Because I'm subtle.
Ah.
Keeper Fairy. Now, I don't think I need to tell you what to do next.
You got it.
And that will end my turn. Well, this has been fun, but I'm afraid it's time to turn the tables. I summon Summoner's Aid.
Psh, what's that little fairy gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. See, she has a wonderful ability that allows her to cast any spell regardless of level, so long as it involves summoning a spirit. And I'm going to have her cast Star Alignment.
What?
By spending 13 summoning tokens, I summon the mighty Artisan of the Stars.
So yeah, this was the one spirit that, while I did design the character, this artwork obviously was not done by me. Yeah.
It's
alright. Like, chat, you probably recognize this style. This was done by my friend Dr. Crafty. And the reason why I used this for this character was just because the idea is that Vicar made this card, so I wanted to give it something to make it stand out visually from the rest of the spirits.
That's right, Mr. It.
He's a very big lady.
Because she just did it.
You don't understand. Master Vicar made that card himself. There's only one copy of it in all of existence, and I still have it.
But then, how did she... Me. What? Me.
What are you talking about?
Me. Come on, It. That's ridiculous.
I suppose I shouldn't have overplayed my hand.
So, fun fact, originally, Medora was not going to be future Mistis.
Oh.
Like, that only happened when I was designing the character. I still, like, took inspiration from, like, Dark Magician Girl for the design of the character, and I felt it looked a little too much like her, and then my mind just started working like, what if, though?
I think it's a good solution. I like that twist. Liked how it came about.
No way! You're... me? I was you once, yes.
Mistis, get a load of what she's wearing.
Well, the black color scheme is nice, but I don't...
Not that. Look closer.
The Blade of Tinge? The Draconica? And the hat must be Merrick's helm. You have the entire triad? Yes, what of it?
Then why are you so hell-bent on trying to take it from us when you have your own?
Insolent fool. I never cared about acquiring the triad for myself. My only concern is keeping it away from you.
But what did we ever do to make you distrust us so much? Ah! Oh my god.
I see you've managed to answer your own question.
You're the Mistis who killed Mr. It in the other timeline.
Indeed.
But why?
You see, when Disfavor kidnapped the two of you, I took it upon myself to mount a rescue. I managed to follow you two into a dimension called the Timeless Waste. A place where time moves accelerated and yet not at all. I thought it would be a simple matter of arriving and taking you home, but that wasn't the case. By the time I arrived, the takeover had already happened.
Futurama reference.
Mr. It had used my master's power
Excellent.
to conquer the dimension. When I finally found the two of you, I tried to get you to see reason. Mr. It, or as he was calling himself, Lord It, wouldn't hear of it. Eventually, I discovered a resistance movement looking to overthrow him. With their
It's a man of many names.
the two of you alone, and as you said, I killed it and claimed Merrick's helm.
But you spared Tyrone.
Tyrone? Right. That's what you called your other self, wasn't it? Anyway, yes, I did. And it was one of the worst mistakes of my life. I still held on to the hope that I could get you back, but you seemed to double down on the path you chose and ran. When I finally caught up, you had managed to find a portal out of the Timeless Waste. In your haste, you had managed to leave the Draconica behind. Evidently, you managed to emerge from the portal about 3 years after Disfavor took you. I wasn't so lucky. The Timeless Waste exists in all eras at once, so in leaving, you can end up anywhere and anywhen. I ended up thousands of years before you were even born. With my temporal skills lacking, I knew I wouldn't be able to return to my own time. But even if I could, what would I do then? You were too far gone, and the damage it did was already done. Then I thought, maybe I could use this as an opportunity. With my own triad in hand, I created a new identity for myself. I founded the Multiversal Magic Council. I figured one day, with the power and prestige, I would be able to talk Master Vicar into giving the triad to someone else. However, there was a snag that, in hindsight, I should have accounted for.
Okay, now that the card's done, time for today's... Hello, Medora. What is it this time? A. Getting me to join your little club. B. Talking about who I should bequeath the triad to. Or C? Both?
Listen, Vicar.
C it is! Sorry, but I don't have time for this. I have a student to teach.
Trust me, she won't mind waiting.
Well, you would know. After all, you were her once.
What?
Well, I presume you were a student at some point. We all have to start somewhere, and someone doesn't get as skilled as you without one heck of a teacher.
Does someone want to clarify? Vicar absolutely knows.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Wait, I see what you're doing. You're trying to change the subject with flattery.
Look, for point A, while I appreciate what you and the council do for the multiverse, I just don't feel like being your underling.
You wouldn't be my underling. You'd be my most trusted advisor.
Which brings me to point B. If you truly trust my judgment so much, why not just let me pick who I want to give my power to?
I do trust you. It's your heir that I don't trust. For all we know, they could use your magic to do terrible, awful things.
You're right. They could.
Finally, you're seeing to reason.
But then again, they could not. Honestly, I see it about a 50-50 shot either way.
Ugh, Vicar, please! For once in your life, take this seriously!
Nah.
Oh, why do I even bother?
Finally, you're seeing to reason. Look, if you're really that concerned, keep an eye on them. If they start to cross the line, talk to them. I'm sure you can get through to them.
Something I love about this scene, I love the chemistry here.
Oh, yeah. It came together remarkably well.
Yeah, like, it always amazes me just because of how separately the lines were recorded.
Oh, yeah. Like, whenever I record lines, I'll try to, do a few takes with a few different moods and hope eventually one of them hits kind of what you were thinking of bouncing off of. And it's nice when it actually kind of works.
Oh yeah, I very much appreciate that.
You didn't account for Master Vicar being, well, himself. Indeed. So instead, when the time came, and I could convince the council it was a good idea, I planned to force you to hand over the triad to me, so I can find someone more worthy of it. Someone who won't be so careless as to leave it behind, and, more importantly, someone who won't use it for evil.
Mistus?
Don't call me that. You've lost the right to use my real name.
Medora, it and I aren't the same people that you knew in the Waste, and we never will be.
Sure, you say that, and maybe you believe it. But I trusted you with the Triad once. I trusted you to do the right thing, and you betrayed that trust. I won't make that mistake again.
It's almost as if I've got a theme going. And so something else I want to bring up. So, like I said, originally Medora wasn't going to be Mistus. So, she had actually a different plan originally. So, her original plan was to trick Reviewer and it into acquiring what was basically a less powerful Infinity Gauntlet. And,
okay.
And her plan was to use it to travel dimensions to the quote-unquote real world, where she would find me, like, not Reviewer, me.
Oh.
And she would force me to rewrite the story so that Vicar never gave Reviewer it Mistus the Triad, and would give it to someone who she believed was more worthy of it. And I also and because I am a massive Yu-Gi-Oh fan, I was still gonna do this bit where, like, to make it fair, she would challenge me to a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And
like actual Yu-Gi-Oh?
Like actual Yu-Gi-Oh!
Ha!
And I would win by a Deus Ex Machina, and she'd be like, no, this is impossible, how can I still lose? I was like, you really don't know where you are right now, do you? The thing you're looking for, that's still another layer up. The whole idea was...
That's interesting.
like, I eventually cut it just because I thought that it was going a little too far up its own ass. But and honestly, like, I like this idea so much better.
I think this idea panned out really well, but I don't know. I'm always, like, Evangelion's one of my favorite animes ever, so seeing things get really high concept, I personally enjoy it, but I think this took a very good turn the way it is.
Yep. If nothing else, this allowed me to give Midora actual motivation. Well, because, like, originally all I had was just like, nah, I don't like your decision. I'd rather you do this.
Now, I believe it was my turn, and I'm going to have Artisan of the Stars attack Reviewer. If you come back, do tell me what happens to spirits when they're defeated. I'd love to know. What?
Is there any way I can keep this?
Clearly you forgot. I equipped Reviewer with the card Plot Armor. Once per turn, it allows him to survive a successful attack.
Still hit, still hurt, a lot, but I'm alive.
Damn it. Well, attacking with Summoner's Aid would be a futile effort, so I end my turn.
Stop helping.
Wait. With Artisan of the Stars out, it'll only be a matter of time before she wipes out my defenses and takes out my health. I've got to get rid of it somehow. Got it!
Reviewer, I've got a plan, but it's risky.
Do what you gotta do, Mistis. I trust you.
Character development!
I have White Rabbit Magician cast Sink or Swim Trick.
Nice blushies.
Oh? That's a bold one.
What's going on?
On your next attack, instead of rolling the die, I flip a coin. Heads is considered a nat 20, while tails is considered a nat 1.
I get it.
The terminology there makes me realize... Nelly, do you know anything about Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh yeah, one of my best friends is like a habitual DM.
Okay,
I
so...
don't play much of it myself, but like, by proxy, I've learned a fair amount.
So this terminology was not alien to you?
No, not at all.
With the Artisan's defense being as high as it is, and a nat 20 being an automatic success, this will increase our chances of hitting from 1 in 20 to 50-50.
Exactly. Care to tell him what happens if he fails? Well, if it fails, you automatically get discarded.
What? Well, too late now. Let's do this.
Yeah, something else I wanted to do, but I never got around to it. You can't really see it as well, but Reviewer is supposed to be, like, standing over, like, a tank of water. There was going to be a shark in that tank.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I never got around to visualizing that.
In the meantime, you still got the really cool sky layout.
Right. Reviewer, attack.
Oh yeah!
No! Now, White Rabbit Magician's going to attack your Summoner's Aid. First, she's going to cast the spell Blood Revival Ritual.
Wait, you can do that? Me.
By sacrificing Summoner's Aid, I can bring back a spirit that was defeated this turn. So return, Artisan of the Stars! Damn it! And without the target, my attack misses! I end my turn. I commend your effort, but it wasn't enough. First, a little payback. My Artisan casts the spell Weight of Actions. This spell deals direct damage to you based on how many spirits I have in my discard pile. And if I count correctly, that would be 4.
Mistis!
Me. That didn't feel good.
Something I want to ask. Something I want to ask just on your end of things, like, how is it in your house whenever you have to record something like a scream of pain?
So I think that one happened when we were still in the apartment. Unfortunately, I've been living near old people who don't hear that well, so that's been nice. But before things like that, sometimes I'll just do like a call, like, "I'm actually okay, everyone. Things are fine here. Do not call 999."
Is that what it is in the UK? Is 999?
Yeah, it's 999. I think in the UK and I think a lot of places. The US is strange for 911.
I mean, to be fair, the US does things differently for a lot of things.
Yep, gotta love the Fahrenheits. Still can't completely get off of it.
Yep.
And now, because I know reviewers' plot armor keeps him safe, I'll just attack your magician. You may as well surrender. My deck is built around getting Artisan of the Stars out and keeping her on the field. Even if you manage to do the impossible and beat her again, she won't be gone for long. Certainly not long enough to take out my health. You've got nothing that can save you now.
Well, we'll just see about that. It's my turn. I have reviewer cast Deus Ex Judgment.
What? Since when do you have a card like that in your deck?
Since Sir Roland gave it to me before we started.
I had forgotten there was a Deus Ex card.
I'd like you to take this card.
Yeah, so like the fun thing is that in writing this storyline, I realized just how difficult it is to write an engaging duel, even when you have like complete control over the rule set and stuff. And the only thing I could think of was just a literal Deus Ex Machina.
Oh, definitely.
Thank you, but why?
Medora will have many contingencies, but this is the one card she won't expect. I suggest you save it as a last resort.
So, what does this card do?
No matter what happens, the game will end this turn. You'll attack Artisan of the Stars, and if the attack succeeds, we win the game. However, if the attack fails, we lose.
Are you crazy? The only way I'm gonna land that hit is with a nat 20.
Reviewer, the die doesn't strictly determine the spirit's attack. The spirit helps determine the result of the die. Just stay confident.
No! We did it! Me, 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 me! No. This was my last chance.
What do you mean?
Reviewer, have you ever wondered why Vicar split his power into 3 objects?
To make it harder to gather it all?
Partially. The other reason is that...
I don't know why. There's something I love about Medora just down here in the corner.
She's lost a few years, though. That's nice.
Mortal body cannot handle that kind of magical energy forever. It took its toll on Vicar, and while it was prolonged thanks to her stay in the Timeless Waste, it has taken its toll on Medora. Mistress?
Okay, so what that is like just to kind of like give her a peace of mind. That's Vicar coming out for a little bit, just like, Mistress, I am very proud of you.
Thank you.
Me.
This triad shouldn't exist. So, I shall merge them with yours.
Won't that increase their power?
Indeed, but not to a point where you need to worry about it. For now, though, go and enjoy your victory. But don't party too hard. Medora and her expectations may be gone, but your lessons are far from over.
Well, I for one am looking forward to it.
Also, something I just remembered. I remember when you recorded that like last like thank you from Medora. You also threw in like what was it, like the bitch is dead or something like that.
Oh, did I? Sometimes I throw in funny things.
Oh no, I love it. I think it's great.
Oh, good.
a fine job.
Indeed they did. Hey, thanks for letting me possess you for this, bud.
Of course. You know, you could stick around.
That's a sentence.
Use your teachings.
Nah, my time should have ended years ago. Time for me to move on. Besides, you're the teacher they need now.
Farewell, old friend.
Peace out.
So, like, funny thing, because Nick is a local friend of mine, I actually had him, like, in the same room as me as we were recording that. And it just took forever to get the right cadence of that, like, hey, peace out. In fact, I think I actually originally wrote just, like, Vicar out!
V-Money out!
We did, like, a few different things with that. And eventually settling on that.
Because how does a dimensional wizard truly casually say goodbye?
You can never be too sure with Vicar.
Never be sure.
And that is the end of the Trusted Time Twins arc.
Hey!
So yeah,
that was really fun to revisit.
Yeah. I don't know why. For some reason, like, usually I'm, like, awkward watching stuff again, but being on stream with it, it's just, like, you know, it's not as bad as it usually is when I'm watching it by myself.
Well, I don't think it's bad at all anyway, but, it's definitely, doing it as a stream certainly elevates it, I think, and it's been a lot of fun seeing it all unified instead of as kind of an exclamation point at the end of a review.
Yeah. Like, that's one thing I'm kind of debating on, how long I want to be before I post the entire 10th anniversary arc as one video. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe as, like, a New Year's gift, I'll put the whole thing up.
Well, I think you definitely should at some point.
Oh, absolutely. It's just the question is, do I want to keep it on the original videos for now to get those click rates up, or just go ahead and do it?
That's the question. I guess I can't truly know, but I'm looking forward to seeing whatever the decision is.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I think that's a good time to call it a night, especially for you, Natalie.
Maybe so, yeah. It's about 2 a.m. we're coming up on, so...
So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will be back on Wednesday, same time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And have a good night, everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much for coming out. Have a great night.